Hello, everyone! Zach Nighthawk flying into this space with the final episode of Assassin's Creed. In the last episode, we assassinated Robert de Sable, Grand Master of the Levantine Templar Order. But in assassinating him, we discovered a horrifying truth. It appears that our master is a Sith Lord. That's a quote episode. Well, he is very Palpatine-like in the sense that he played the Templars well, and we were his puppet this whole time. Not saying that the killing the Templars wasn't justified, but I'm just saying we might have made a worse monster in the process. Let's catch some Z's. When we wake up, do the final mission inside the Animus.
Get up.
Even earlier than usual, Doc.
I'd like to get this over with as quickly as possible.
If you say so.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Miles. Today is a historic day. One that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
They've been waiting to access this memory for a while. Let's go. The final one. Memory block 7.
When you have been exposed, killing some of your pursuers will make it easier to escape.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path
What path? What are you talking about?
towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master shows us. This is the truth.
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path, or you will perish. So the Master commands.
It was Mualim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light.
Look at this place. Once lively, once powerful, dulled beyond reason, and sapped of all spirits. This is what it's like to be played.
Oh, Mualim, guide us, command us.
They're all innocents. Remember that.
Oh, Mualim, guide us, command us.
Now you understand the power of the Apple of Eden. It controls those hearts and minds. In this case, everyone here in Masyaf.
The world will be cleansed. We will begin anew.
And now we gotta fight our own friends and allies. And we have no choice. They have to die. We expected to play a game, but this game played us. Oh my god. Yes. Really? What the? Oh, come. Yes. Oh, the combat is such garbage in this game. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, wow. I thought he killed me. Wow. Oh, and now we gotta fight the whole fortress. The whole Brotherhood is turned against me. Great. What?
Altair, up here!
So we still have friends among us. Malik has saved us.
You picked a fine time to arrive.
So it seems.
Guard yourself well, friend. Mualim has betrayed us.
Yes. Betrayed his Templar allies as well.
How do you know?
After we spoke, I returned to the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. Robert had kept a journal, filled its pages with revelations. What I read there broke my heart. But it also opened my eyes. You were right, Altair. All along, our master has used us. We were not meant to save the Holy Land, but deliver it to him. He must be stopped.
Be careful, Malik. What he's done to the others, he'll do to us given the chance. You must stay far from him.
What would you propose? My blade arm is still strong and my men remain my own. It would be a mistake not to use us.
Distract these thralls then. Assault the fortress from behind. If you can draw their attention away from me, I might reach Mualim.
I will do as you ask, Dai.
The men we face, their minds are not their own. If you can avoid killing them.
Yes. Though he has betrayed the tenets of the Creed, it does not mean we must as well. I'll do what I can.
It's all I ask. Safety and peace, my friend.
Your presence here will deliver us both.
From depriving to delivering. Now that is a character arc. That is some cult he's assembled.
There are so many innocents. I must be careful not to harm them.
This is just Ubisoft's way of saying, Gentle Push exists for a reason. Here's a reminder. Is he in his study? Oh, he is not. What you've seen here in Masyaf is exactly what the Templars want. This is a preview of what they've been trying to obtain. Peace through force. So this is where it all goes down. Might as well wait for him.
No! What's happening?
So, the student returns.
I've never been one to run.
Never been one to listen either.
I still live because of it.
What will I do with you?
Let me go.
Oh, Altair. I hear the hatred in your voice. Feel its heat. Let you go? That would be unwise.
Why are you doing this?
I found proof.
Proof of what?
That nothing is true. And everything is permitted. Come. Destroy the betrayer. Send him from this world.
Oh, now we got a rematch against every one of our assassination targets. All the Templars that we've killed. All 9 of them. Up until now. Ooh, goodbye, Talal. Oh. Guess what? These are all assassins. Assassins working for Mualim that have that the apple is manipulated to make look like Templars. Woohoo! Just killed Robert twice. Dubayer, Majduddin, and all that's left is a Bull Nakud.
Face me! Or are you afraid?
I have stood before 1,000 men, all of them superior to you, and all of them dead, by my hand. I am not afraid.
Prove it.
What could I possibly fear? Look at the power I command.
Oh god, now we gotta take on his clones. Ugh. He says he's strong enough to kill 1,000 men. And this won't stop until we kill the real one. We don't have Eagle Vision to help us here, so it's gonna be by chance. Who's the real Will the real Mualim please get whacked? Please get whacked. Please get... I think, you know what? I think it's you. Yeah!
Have you any final words?
You lied to me. Called Robert's goal foul when all along it was yours as well.
I've never been much good at sharing.
You won't succeed. Others will find the strength to stand against you.
And this is why, so long as men maintain free will, there can be no peace.
I killed the last man who spoke as such.
Bold words, boy. But just words.
Then let me go. I'll put words into action. Tell me, Master, why did you not make me like the other assassins? Why allow me to retain my mind?
Who you are and what you do are twined too tight together. To rob you of one would have deprived me of the other. And those Templars had to die. But the truth is, I did try. In my study, when I showed you the treasure. But you are not like the others. You saw through the illusion.
Illusion?
That's all it's ever done. This Templar treasure, this piece of Eden, this word of God. Do you understand now? The Red Sea was never parted. Water never turned to wine. It was not the machinations of Iris that spawned the Trojan War, but this! Illusions! All of them!
What you plan is no less an illusion. To force men to follow you against their will.
Is it any less real than the phantoms the Saracens and Crusaders follow now? Those craven gods who retreat from this world that men might slaughter one another in their names? They live amongst an illusion already. I'm simply giving them another. One that demands less blood.
At least they choose these phantoms.
Or do they? Aside from the occasional convert or heretic?
It isn't right.
Ah, and now logic has left you. In its place, you embrace emotion. I am disappointed.
What's to be done then?
You will not follow me, and I cannot compel you.
And you refuse to give up this evil scheme.
It seems then we are at an impasse.
No, we are at an end.
I will miss you, Altair. You were my very best student.
And now the final boss battle can officially begin. Us versus Mualim.
Blind, Altair. Blind is all you've ever been. All you'll ever be.
Now we just gotta find him. Oh, and remember, he could come up from behind you and kill you. I've had that happen to me before. Oh, great. Where did you go? Ah, there you are.
My blade sees for me, Mualim. It cuts through the darkness.
Well, the more we counter... well, every time we counter him, he teleports. But there's a little trick to this. If we counter enough, he will weaken more. Or I should say his power over the apple will weaken. Oh, where did he go? Oh my god. Ah, there he is. I see him. Ooh, there you are. Come on. Well, he can grab break. Ooh!
Impossible. The student does not defeat the teacher.
الشيء واقع مطلق بل كل ممكن.
So it seems. You have won then. Go and claim your prize.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Then I will.
We'll see about that. I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind, for in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge, increaseth sorrow. Destroy it!
you said you would.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Altair. But you won't.
We've got it.
What the hell was that?
Well?
We've got the map.
How many?
At least half a dozen.
We don't need them all.
We should assume some amount of decay. I can't imagine they'll all still be functioning. At least 2 appear to reside on land masses that no longer exist.
We'll dispatch teams to each site and determine viability. We only need 1, after all.
What about the rest?
Collect them. Let's not leave anything to chance. Last thing we need is some damn survivor making trouble for us in the new world.
And the assassin?
We have what we need. Kill him.
Wait. You know how these things work. I doubt we'll be able to walk right in.
What's your point?
We might need him. His memories. I'd recommend we hold him until we have confirmation that there aren't any surprises waiting for us at the sites.
This is a waste of time.
You said it yourself. We shouldn't leave anything to chance.
Very well. Ensure we have no further need of him, then kill him.
Fine. Stop undermining my authority!
I just saved your ass.
Let's go. We've got a lot of work to do. Don't get too comfortable, Mr. Miles. We'll be back for you soon enough.
What the hell is that?
Wow. We've been in the Animus long enough that we now have eagle vision. Oh, God. Pentagram. Just spilled. Looks like something spilled everywhere. This. Not sure I can decipher that, but I know that's a looks like a barcode. Like some Nazca thing on the wall, like some Nazca writing on the wall. I have no idea what that is, and I don't want to know. Oh, that's a. Oh, I see. That's a other Nazca bit of land art. That's a monkey. I see now. Still doesn't make it any less disturbing. Ooh. Okay.
Oh my God. It looks like... Is that blood? What the hell were they keeping here before me? And what happened to him? What does it mean, I wonder?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Assassin's Creed. Not a perfect game by any means, as I might have stressed quite a few times during this Let's Play, but this game would go on to build the foundation for what would become a 6-year dynasty. And not only that, this had one of the greatest character arcs for a main protagonist in gaming history. Altair is just such a complex character, and while some might say that the structure of the story might be repetitive, especially in retrospect to future releases, it was simple enough to tell an epic where one could relate more and more with him as the game went along. And on that note, as the first game in an intended series, it did a fantastic job in telling a story and catching the player up to speed with the lore. Speaking of the lore, I really didn't need to speak too much about it because it did that very well on its own. It's just so rare to see any story so vast in size and scale like this one be told so vividly and so clearly. Another thing I love is that while this game is purely historical fiction and much of the world depicted in it is dramatized, it does support the story with historical fact, such as the cities that each side occupied during the Third Crusade and what life must have been like back then for the people of the Holy Land. Also, I never mentioned this about Richard the Lionheart when I had the chance, but despite being the King of England, he actually spent much of his life in France, and that's why he has a French accent in spite of ruling over another nation. In fact, it's a debate among historians to this day on whether or not he spoke English at all. If he did, I would imagine he would have spoken it like a medieval version of XQC. That's just my guess. Now, onto the gameplay. Despite its evident flaws and inconsistencies, it was revolutionary in the sense that parkouring up walls and across roofs became the main method of transport throughout much of the game. Sure, it didn't introduce parkour in gaming, and it had been around for many years before then, but this game and series took parkour to another level and, dare I say, reinvented it due to its creativity and the effort that was put into it. It was a game where parkour was treated as a necessity as opposed to a luxury, and helped make assassins like Altair seem all the more compelling, and the possibilities in the game seem endless. The combat system in the game was fairly good. The controller assignments were easy enough to use in such events. But at times it was infuriating because despite learning a bevy of tricks and tools to avoid the enemy's powerful attacks, it was evident that they didn't really come in handy when they were needed the most. There were so many times where dodging certain attacks could have come in handy, but I imagine that the developers didn't consider it either because they wanted to focus on higher priorities, or they thought that it would make the combat system seem too lopsided in the player's favor. That last theory does give me the idea that they wanted to put a greater emphasis on stealth rather than engage combat because stealth is more in line with the assassins and, of course, the tenets of their creed. All of that is completely hypothetical, and all I was trying to do was make some sense of the matter. Now, why do I personally love this game as well as this series? Well, for one, I am a little bit of a history nut myself, so this game was right up my alley from the get-go. But again, I was absolutely blown away with how they were able to intertwine its own lore with actual history and its key figures. I also love the concept of the Animus and how it could allow someone from the present like Desmond Miles to simultaneously see through the eyes of one of his ancestors and access their memories. As for the conflict between the Assassins and Templars, it was easy for me to get hooked because it felt like a more realistic version of a never-ending struggle between two powerful factions that I already had exposure to in mass media, which was, of course, in Star Wars, between the Jedi and the Sith. If you want my opinion, I think that the Jedi-Sith conflict was essential to inspiring the faction war in Assassin's Creed because there are a lot of parallels between both good guy and bad guy factions in both franchises. Now, I am aware that this series did not generate as much attention and support as my other video. Much of my success came from Pokemon Let's Plays, which, as far as overall differences are concerned, is, no pun intended, a far cry from Assassin's Creed. At the time, I thought that some of the success would carry along because of the projected path I was on regarding the number of subscribers and overall viewership. Out of an experience, I didn't foresee the jump in genre and demographic playing as much of a factor as it did regarding the amount of attention or lack thereof in this Let's Play. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing Assassin's Creed and other games like it because this series means a lot to me and it remains one of my absolute favorites to this day. If you're not into what I'm playing, that's fine. I'm not forcing you to watch my videos. No one is and no one should. I'm just simply showcasing what I love to play. For those of you who supported me during this Let's Play, I just want to thank you so much for giving me a chance with this new jump. Despite the shortcomings I mentioned earlier, I do feel lucky with how this turned out because when I initially posted this almost a year ago to an audience of 1, I got a DMCA strike on my first and only video. And the reason was because YouTube thought I was playing copyrighted music over the game when it was just the original soundtrack serving as background music. Of course, I appealed against the strike because their claims were wildly inaccurate, but given how long the whole process would take, I decided to remove the video and discontinued the initial Assassin's Creed Let's Play entirely. So since I didn't get one strike in a 20 video long Let's Play the second time around, I feel a lot more confident going forward with what I can choose to upload, even though YouTube's copyright checking system remains fuzzy at best. I've been doing this actively for almost 8 months now, and I'm still learning the ropes on how to be successful at growing my channel as a content creator. Despite this being a bomb in comparison to my Pokemon Let's Plays, I really enjoyed making this one. Who knows? Maybe it'll become more popular in the future if this channel gets a decent enough following. As of right now, I don't have another game on tap because I don't want to jump back into Pokemon right away since I just finished back-to-back Let's Plays a little over a month ago. And for that same reason, plus issues with regards to proper timing, it will not be another Assassin's Creed game. Needless to say, I have a lot to think about these next couple of weeks. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see y'all when I'm ready. But until then, Zach Nighthawk, flying out.